how difficult is it to be able to play a two-time MVP and have him replaced by Mark Tagiwa, who's probably more, not probably, but is more familiar with the Ginebra system. Chalk up another three-point basket by B-Meg. That's 9 three-point conversions for B-Meg against 1 for Barangay Ginebra.
Yeah, pushes B-Meg Derby Ace up by 15 points. Back in a moment. Back inside the Big Dome, 6 and 10 remaining in the ball game. Tandaan po natin, ang Ginebra, ayaw po nilang matalo dito because they might end up in the wild card if they cannot win enough games in their remaining assignments. Delikado po yun.
That's right. They have a playoff for an outright quarterfinals berth. But kung matalo sila rito at mahabol ang kanilang win-loss record by either Raiders Shad or Coca-Cola, then they'll be involved in a playoff and they could end up in the wildcards kung matalo sila sa playoff. And look at Denham Brown looking to score, or looking to dunk the shot, not to score, because that would not have been counted. But even then, hindi nila ipasok yung dunk. Naku, Diyos ko.
It's been that kind of night for Denham Brown. Meantime, here's Mark Tagiwa against Simon. Mark fires. Denham Brown, good hustle, but it ends up with Paul Artadi. So, 15 puntos ang lamang dito ng B-Meg. Here's Brown.
You see how that pass moved inside? A bounce pass right down the middle. And the pass was not even deflected. Well, Barangay Ginebra still getting the turnover.
May oras pa para sa Ginebra to get back in business here. A sidestep beauty para kay Willie Miller. 4 points for the Thriller.
A lot of one-on-one heroics here by Barangay Ginebra.
James Happ is in motion. Ball ends up. Peter Jun Simon fires a little bit to the right. And ito na si Helter Brand. Helter Brand on the move to Denham Brown. Denham Brown slides. Lost his balance and they'll call it jump.
Well, clearly bothered by Mark Pingris' defense. And Pingris has sacrificed his offense for his defense. In this game, Mark Pingris very quiet in terms of points. He's got 6 points. What about the defensive job he's done here on Denham Brown?
Well, in that instance, Denham Brown clearly hitting a slick spot on the floor. It's a jump. And Ginebra wins the jump. They have the ball, but they're down by 13 points. Nice pass. Rudy Hatfield missed the layup. Artadi calls the play with under 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Canaleta. Open shot. That's a three.
Beautiful screen play for Nina Canaleta. Mark Tagiwa completely erased in that big situation.
At ito na, pinakamalaking lamang ng B-Meg Derby Ace. 16-point lead with 4 and 20 remaining in the fourth. As we go inside a 30-second timeout brought to you by Handy Vicks, ang first aid ng bahay mo, bonds all, and seals all.
You know, Nico, that kind of play that B-Meg set up for Nina Canaleta, that's the same kind of play they run for James Yap, for all their shooters. And it's something that Barangay Ginebra must be conscious of. If you're going to be hurt by that pick, you have to know how to fight that pick to avoid getting a shooter, a lethal shooter like Canaleta, to get wide open for that shot. He had so much space and so much time to set up for that shot.
Who never thought that Canaleta would evolve from a slam dunk artist, the Da Vinci of dunks? All of a sudden, he becomes one of the most lethal three-pointers or three-point shooters in the PBA. He's perfect from Rainbow Country tonight, 3 out of 3. And he has just given Derby Ace a 16-point lead.
But, you know, with 4:10 to go, let's assume that B-Meg is going to win this game. They will tie San Miguel at 12 and 5. And in that situation, the San Miguel Alaska game, and that's coming up on June 26th, that's going to be a dandy.
That's happening in Dumaguete on Saturday. Let's go back to Dominic Ray.
Nico, Coach Rong and Chico reminding his boys, you know what, we still have over 4 minutes in this ball game, and we were able to get it down to 9. PJ Simon and James have all of a sudden hit tough 3-point shots. So you reminded the big guys, you need to step up, especially on that 3-pointer up on top.
Yeah, it's all about extending your defense to stop those gunners.
Miller with a miss. Last touch on Denham Brown. So 3 and 58 remaining dito sa fourth and final quarter. Placing, yan ang labanan dito sa mga huling laro ng mga kupunan. The tail end of the elimination round. Artadi has the ball. And here's Cliff Brown. Canaleta. James Huff says, give me the ball. I can take Willie Miller at the post. Willie Miller's gone. And there's Cliff Brown with a putback. 20 points for Cliff Brown. Hatfield goes full speed ahead, but he had nowhere to go. Door was shot by Cliff Brown.
And that's a good call by the referee. You don't call an offensive foul, you don't call a blocking foul. You just call a simple out-of-bounds play. Tama yun.
Here's Artadi, handoff. James Yap. Miller on Yap. That's an MVP matchup. And here's Pingris. One-hander is good.
Pick and roll situation, but the man rolling to the basket is not looking to score, he's looking to pass. That extra pass gave Mark Pringles an opportunity to score. What a way to execute an offense.
Here's Kagiwa with a pull-up. Under 3 minutes remaining in the fourth and final quarter, and B-Meg Derbier is pulling away here in the fourth period. Denham Brown hearing it from the crowd, and he swishes one through. Denham Brown with 15 points.
You know, if he just gets that confidence back, you know that he can put up a lot of points across his name. He just needs a breakout game.
Cliff Brown, oh boy, big game. 22 points.
You know, he's scoring effortlessly. And he was up against a tough defender in Rudy Hatfield. But you just need to have that hand raised. Hatfield was fouled. You know, here's an interesting possibility on the standings, Miko. B-Meg after this game still has to play Paraco. Assuming they beat Paraco and assuming they win this game against Ginebra, B-Meg will finish at 13 and 5. If San Miguel beats Alaska on June 26, San Miguel will also go up to 13 and 5. In which case, as you take a look at the standings here, in which case you will have a double tie for second place between San Miguel and B-Meg. There you will have a playoff, a knockout playoff to decide the second outright semifinalist. But don't count out Alaska. Alaska can make this a really, really nice three-way affair.
Alaska, you know, they like being under the radar, quietly moving their way up. People are talking about Tokitex and San Miguel and now even B-Meg Derby, but Alaska quietly working their way into the picture, very much in that race for the automatic semifinals berth.
Well, you never discount Alaska. They have won their last 3 games. They have in fact won 5 of their last 6. And if they beat San Miguel, they move up to 12 and 6. San Miguel will finish also at 12 and 6. And for B-Meg, second outright semifinals berth can be all theirs. If they win tonight and they beat Paraco, they will be at solo second with 13 and 5. So that's an interesting situation.
Which really gave B-Meg a big reason to try and win this game and win big. It's something that they will do in less than 2 minutes here. And just to recap, it was a 3-point lead at the end of the first para sa B-Meg. They extended their lead to 10 points at the half, 47-37. And then they had a big offensive and defensive quarter in the third. And they led by as many as 15 points in that third quarter. And then they never looked back as Kagiwa scores on a layup. Ang Ginebra naman namimiligro dito. Not in danger of being eliminated outright because only the last place team will get eliminated automatically. But any team that goes into the wild card round, your chances of advancing go 50-50. It doesn't matter if you're a higher ranked team, for as long as you're part of the wild card round, all bets are